Okay, this is part 2 of the TetrisHelp. I've already added my first block, and now I'm going to maybe take a look at adding a second one. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and I'm going to move my time indicator till I see this first block move, because that's where I want it to add my second one. So my time indicator's here, so I'm going to click off of that. So let's add a green one. Put it here in this hold area. And since I know that this is where I want it to start, I don't need it over here. And if you see, it will be on top of that other one if you move back. So let me move it into where it moves out. Make sure, see where I have this time indicator, and I'm going to grab my green layer. I'm going to click and drag it to the right. So now if I go back, you see it's not there. It just starts right where it starts, right here, right. Put that first part. And you can also do that at the ending too. If you want this to end early, you can cut them off at the beginnings and the ends. Okay, so we got that started, and we're going to wait till this one goes all the way to the end. And I'm going to drag my, so I can see where I'm at. So I know that I already like my timing. I like that 2-second mark, so I'm going to do each one about 2 seconds. So I'm going to move this up to my 4-second mark, and then blow it up with this one, and move that to about 4 so I can see everything. Okay, and let me move my time indicator to where the blue one ends, which is right here. And let's twirl this down to my transform. I'm going to add a keyframe at my position right there, because that's going to hold. I'm going to move it maybe about a frame or 2, maybe 2 frames on this one. Zoom in, and let's move it out. And we'll put it there, baby. Okay. Let's move it. Sorry. Zoom in. I want to try to figure out where I want to go with this, because I want to have a few curves in here. So we'll add a frame there. I'm going to move it over. And like I said, I know I want it to end at the 4-second mark, so we'll just add a few. We'll move it down. Maybe over here. Maybe over here. Move my time indicator. Move my block. Time indicator. Block. And when I do this, I'm hitting my shift button to kind of keep these all lined up with each other. Okay. And then we're here at the 4-second mark. Let's move it to the very end. And we'll probably move it about there. And my scale looks a little smaller than this one, so let me maybe make that one a little bit bigger. I'm not going to add any keyframes or anything, so this will just stay the same size the whole time. It's not completely lined up. I'll scale a bit more. That looks a little bit better. I'll move this keyframe over a little bit too to kind of line it up a little bit better. And let's see. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. I'm going to scrub through, just kind of see what kind of motion that makes. Let me move get my time to kind of just line up right That's that. I'm going to preview it. And once again, it's really fluid, kind of bouncy, a little too bouncy. So let's go back. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and add my rotates in there though too. So let's see, how did I want it to end? Out there. I'm going to add my rotation keyframe at the very end this time. And again, the beginning is okay too. Let me add one in the beginning. So we'll add a hold frame there. Let's move it. I'm going to try to, like I said, line these up to these keyframes. Maybe we'll rotate it. Let me get another hold here. Another hold keyframe here. Move it here. Maybe we'll rotate it 90. Let's go. We'll go 180 on this one. And we'll do back to 90. Let's see what's at the end. It's 0, so we'll just keep it at 90 again. And the reason it's changing is because it's going from 180 or 90 to 0. So it's going to be in between 90 and 0 because it's changing it. So let's add it here, and we'll just keep it at 90. Let's preview that. Doesn't look good like that, does it? So let's go ahead and go into our graph editor again. And let me click on my keyframes. Let me right click, make sure I'm on edit speed graph. I'm going to click on position, click on it twice, and then I'm going to hit this button, convert selected keyframes to hold. And let's do that with the rotation. Click twice. Let me turn yellow. Let's click this button again here, the hold button, and let's preview that. That looks pretty good. Now I was going to try to show a different way to maybe kind of show how to maybe some different ways to slow them down than the last one. Let me make this. Let me click on my position. I'm going to shift select these. And I'm going to click, and I'm going to shift click and move them up. So I'm going to make these movements up here a little bit quicker. Shift click those, and then I'm going to click again, and then I'm going to shift and drag them up. That way I want this long one to go a little bit slower. So let me go back out of my graph editor. And let me go to that frame right there. Just right here. I want this one in here to change to make it a little slower. Let's I'll drag these frames a little over here. Give a little bit more time. Move these around a little bit. Make these a little bit quicker. So I'm going to click my position frame. I'm going to right click, and right now it's at toggle hold keyframe. So if I clicked on that, that would change it to a normal keyframe. You can kind of see it. It shows you the frames. I'm going to undo that because I don't want that one. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to down here at the very bottom, which you can't see very well, keyframe assistant. and I want to try an easy ease in. See, it doesn't really do much. Let me click on this one and right click keyframe assistant, and we'll do easy ease out. And it didn't work for me. Well, maybe I'll just go back and do what I did originally. Let me undo those. We go right click and we'll do toggle hold keyframe. That changes it into a normal keyframe. As you can see here, we'll preview that real quick and see what that does. So it's almost like kind of like a slide. Gives it kind of a nice little sliding look, which looks kind of nice. But let's say we want to maybe even give it a little bit better of a motion, and let's try going into our graph editor. And let's see, right click, edit speed graph, and make sure I'm on the right keyframe, which is right here. So right in here. And let me try dragging this one. I'm gonna try dragging this down. And you can see as I'm kind of pulling this handle down, you can kind of see here my frames are getting slower and it's getting quicker up here. So if that's what I want, I'm going to click on that. Let me zoom in on this. I'm just going to try to straighten this up a little bit. Let me drag my handles. You can see my handle here. I'm just going to straighten that up a little bit. That one looks okay right down here. Oh, it's not curving. And let me zoom out and let me preview that. Yeah, much better. Might look even a little better if I held it there for a second. Let me go back. Let me get out of that graph editor. Let me add this here. Whoop. We'll just add a hold keyframe there. And we'll just hold it there for a second. And let's preview it again. Yeah. Okay. Good. Let me see if I can. Let me try this again earlier. Let me see if I can do it. Where on it? Let's try it on this keyframe here. Let me right click. Keyframe assistant easy ease. Let me just try easy ease. Oh, it does it down there. That's weird. Maybe I selected the wrong one. I probably did. Right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease. Now there it did it. So let's see what that looks like. A little too curvy. Let me zoom in. Stop. Oh yeah, it goes way out. Let me drag my handle here. This one doesn't seem to have a handle. Oh, there it is. It's way out here. That's why. Just drag those handles. See how that looks. Yeah, it gives it kind of a neat little slide to it. All right, good. That's a start to our Tetris project. I'm going to end this video now.